When you have a map that starts getting kind of hairy like this, one of the things you can do is start creating alternative pages here. And just to remind you, this thing here is called the grid in the middle. And you have this grid preview function where you can move around on the grid. So you can actually see the grid change. See that little pattern right there? You basically put it on top of your functoids and that thing moves around. So that's one way to identify where your functoids are. You can also, of course, move the arrow to the sides of the screen and it changes to sort of this scroll bar, and you can move it around that way. So I can move it way off, and then to get it back real quick, I can go to Grid Preview, move it back here, and close that. But what you might want to try is multiple pages. So right here on the bottom, you can say right-click, Add Page, and now you got page 1, page 2. And what you could do here is this could be the salary page, and this could be the children page, something like that. And then what you can do is sometimes you can move these, and then sometimes you can't. So for instance, let's say, what if I tried to move this one? If I move it down here, see right now I can't drop it because it's tied to too many things. But basically what I could have done is made the tabs first, and then over here, if I want to do a cumulative whatever functoid, I could put it here and then say take the child's age and then map it over here to the minimum age, whatever it was, age of youngest child, and then the max would be the age of the oldest child. Okay, so now I could have two different things on two different tabs, and then as long as those functoids weren't used over here by some other functoid, I could remove them from this screen. Let me just give you one more example. Let's suppose you put a concatenate on here, and let's hook it to first name, and then you decide you want to move it over to children. Sorry, you have to get the handlebar first. So you can't move it once it's hooked up. So if I delete the hookup here, I can now, sorry, hit it again. I can now move it down here and drop it on the Children's tab. I'm sorry, when you drop it, you have to move it. So you drag it down here, the tab switches, and then you move it somewhere on here and you drop it. So that has limited use. You can only move around functoids that are not attached. So I don't know how useful you'd actually find that. So you can have basically as many tabs or pages as you want here. You can reorder them real easily, just move them around. And so somehow you would create some kind of logical groups for your data, and then you would put different tabs on different functoids on different pages. To delete functoids, you can also do this. You can highlight them using the lasso technique like you do in Visual Studio Forms, and then delete them all at once. And then to delete this tab, you could say delete page. To rename it, you can either double click and type here, just like you do in Excel, or you can right click and say rename page. It does kind of the same thing. So there's some abilities to organize your maps a little bit cleaner using the BizTalk mapper.